Always good, so make sure you know where your nuts are.
This is absolutely riveting stuff, Sam.
You have one chance. Please be careful.
I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. Look at the beautiful stars, I wanna drive a faster car.
Hi guys and welcome back to another episode of Make or Break. Today, I am going to press the wrong button and very much scare Josh.
I saw the gearbox rock and I was like, this is the last thing we need.
Yeah, this is it. A couple of things. In the last episode you see us remove the bellows and hopefully you're going to replace that. First of all, we're going to tip the gearbox up and allow the gearbox oil to tip into this lovely new jug that we've now found. If you want to grab that inside.
Ready when you are.
Ready, up in the air.
Up we go and tip it out.
Look how clean the oil is.
That is always a good sign. Now this oil has been sat in there for as long as we're aware.
Do you have a magnet?
I do have a magnet, but I don't think we're going to need it because I can almost see through that still, and that's half an inch thick. Let's just get them right up. It's not going to matter too much. The reason it's on this bench is so that if any oil spills out, it's easy to wipe.
So there's a few metallic-y bits in it. If you do have a magnet, I'd like to throw it around. Basically, throwing a magnet in there will tell us if there's any swarf. Yeah, and we're a bit excited. I'm not gonna lie, we are getting a bit excited because this is moving forward. These output shafts here, we were trying to work out how they were held in, and Josh basically turned around and went, "Let's have a look." I was like, cool. So on this drive, on our new differential, you see these holes there in the end of the output shafts of the locker. Those holes allow for a dowel pin to go through and hold it in. There is not a
sausage.
So putting a magnet in the gear oil actually will allow you to tell if there's any iron filings, but just mix it around. If there was loads of metal filings attached in there, we'd be really worried about the gears and the synchro meshes. We're looking all right, I think.
Yeah, that's always positive news. To see nice clean oil coming out of your gearbox is always a lovely thing. No iron filings means that hopefully any parts of the gearbox that we're not going to change and we're going to keep reusing should all be in fairly good, serviceable, working order.
So first of all, El Capitan, our gearbox oil is out of the way, and we are going to remove these output shafts first, and they are held in by a dowel pin, as I just showed you on the limited slip differential, and we are going to just knock a little punch through them and see if we can get them to come out. Guys, remember, you have one chance. Please be careful, okay? Because if you knock one of these dowel pins to a point where you're going to mushroom over the end, you are opening a whole new world of pain for yourself. I'm giving that a little bit of a tap. I'm just going to turn it around and see. It's popped out a bit, but I think it already was.
I'm going to find a straight punch rather than a tapered punch because the
taper punch is going to
roll pins.
So the taper punch, what you're saying is it's small this end and it's big at the bottom. And as we knock it in that perfectly straight hole there, which has been machined out, this is going to get jammed up. It could bend, and we don't want to get it stuck. Once we get the pins out, hopefully these will just slide straight off, and then we can start trying to remove the other parts off the gearbox casing. To my knowledge, we are the only people here on YouTube showing people how to remove and strip down a UM1 transmission.
Doesn't mean we know how to.
No, we're not that, well, we are pretty great. This one here looks pretty large. This one here looks about all right. Here we go. Perfect. So what we're going to do is I'm going to give this a little tap. Oh! Is that like the nicest thing in the world?
Such a satisfying feeling. That's like going for a
Should we grab that camera? Can you come around here? I'm going to grab this camera. You can come around here, Josh, and just watch this pin come out there. Ready?
Okay, I'm going to try. Let's see if I can see it. This is absolutely riveting stuff, Sam.
Oh, look at that.
So this here is what we call a roll pin. So it's got a slight groove, which is all the way down along it, so it can, as it goes in and out of a tube.
Look at this.
It can squish And there's your shaft off.
And basically what I'm going to do is show you quickly on the new one. This here will allow you to slide on the same teeth, yeah? On there.
This is going to be lovely.
Look.
It might take a small tap to get it all the way home, but yeah, that's good.
That's really good. You can tell that's been machined, and then that roll pin will slide and knock back in, yeah?
Lovely, wonderful.
I don't know if these are sided. I doubt it, to be absolutely honest with you.
Like they're handed.
So that's our right hand one, and now we're going to move around to the other side and move your side. You don't need to watch that again, I don't think.
No, I'm going to just...
we have got a dust cover on this one, which is missing on the other side. Okay, Josh has just popped out for a moment. I'm just going to keep removing this dowel pin. Once again, remember, find a punch that fits perfectly, okay? Because if you knock up and damage the end of that roll pin, okay, you will be in a world of trouble, and you'll be paying someone to come out from a machine shop and get it out, and it will be a pain in the derriere. Lovely, lovely. Another pin, out. And hopefully this one will slide off. What I have noticed on this side, guys, is I've got a nylon seal on this side with a cover, so like an aluminium cover. Yeah. And that seems to fit perfectly in these output sheet seals here. Your one here has an output seal and it's got it still in there, so it's actually popped it out. That's all it is. It's not all right. Next of all, we're going to remove this exhaust bracket on the back. I think that's looks very similar to what you've already got out, my friend. Just like that.
It's time people want to see.
There we go.
Right, we'll put that over to the side because all the exhaust snakes are over there.
And we say this all the time, we've been over this a million times. Put your nut and your bolt back through your bracket and you know where it goes.
Always good to make sure you know where your nuts are.
That's it, very important. Right, next of all, okay, next thing's next.
Right.
So I'm kind of thinking that we're going to try and remove our gear selector off the back now. So if we turn the gearbox round 180 degrees.
Yeah.
Give me a
I was
hand.
just checking there wasn't a clever fandangled way of being able to pull that diff out the front.
It would be lovely. There's no way.
There's just not. You can't.
Which is a shame. Can you grab that end up right? All the way round. We're going to lose some gear oil here. If we keep it straight, it should be alright.
Yeah, we're going to create essentially a ladder section.
Yeah. Okay. So next thing is this gear selector here. This actually will go left.
Not when it's in gear.
You're in gear. So.
Now.
So that will go left and right and allow this part here. So you've got probably one. No, sounds very reverse. Okay, then you go back one. There's 1, 2. Go back to the middle. 3 and 4. What you'll probably find is that's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, and then all the way down allows you to get in reverse. Next thing, let's try and get this dowel pin out here. Are you comfortable with me?
You carry on, yeah. It's a novelty for you.
Oh, see, he's a bit harder.
Right, before we go too mad, I'm going to move that diff. I know it's a lovely bit of product placement, but one, it's going to get dusty, and two, if you knock that too much...
This is that thing we were looking for.
Yeah, it's right off.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
All we've got is UM1 written on it.
Yeah.
I'm going to use a normal hammer. We've got one.
There is one, yeah. 2 seconds.
It's very tight on there. We might not need to take this dowel pin out, but I think if we remove it now, you know, we should allow this. I'm pretty sure that this shaft is going to run into this part of the gearbox. And then basically we won't be able to move it off because it will be stuck. So we're going to give it a little whack with a proper lead hammer. If you can hold that down for me, that would be appreciated. Ready?
Try that now, a bit lower. There she goes.
There we go.
Ah, she blows.
It is nice using a copperhide hammer, but sometimes
not with my punches.
Not with the punches.
You just lost
that. That went down your way on the floor. I'm sure it's going to be the only dowel pin on the floor.
Yeah, but it's where it went. So it's not a massive problem anyway. It'll be a certain size. I've got a little tub of roll pins, but
Right. Okay, so before we end this video, let's get all the bolts off and then we'll finish there. Then on the next episode we'll pull it off. Alright? You no dowel-pin on that one?
No, I don't. I'm not sure where that's.
No. Do you have a 13mm on a gun, Monfred?
Coming right up.
Muchas gracias,
I'm
senor.
a bad boy.
Do you want to flip
I use
them?
normal sockets on my impact gun.
I love that.
Ooh. Oh! Oh, it's all happening. People at home with OCDs.
I know.
Screaming.
Where's your goggles?
Where's your impact socket? I do have impact sockets. I'm just a bad boy.
Naughty bunch of chappies. Got a bigger bolt anyway.
No, I don't know what that was. 'Cause that's only 20. That's diddy.
That needs to go back in, I reckon.
Yeah, I don't know what that's for.
It's free though, we didn't pay anything extra for it.
Goes to the hollow hole.
We'll have to do those ones.
Spaniard.
I reckon you'll get in there, Valia, that down there.
I'll get these ones, just those two up here.
No, I'll find myself a Valia dammer.
You don't want to lay it down, man. You want to span down. I thought I already. That's already got one out. Here's one.
Thanks, mate.
Right, you thought you left to Lucy's hand.
Have you done all the bottom ones? You've got another one round here you missed.
Yes.
Give it a minute.
I believe there'll be just 2 different lengths. And that'll be that. Oh no, 3 different lengths. So those are medium. That's fine. As long as they're not all different lengths, then I don't need to worry about lining them back up in order.
Always use the ring spanner to crack it off, and you can spin round to the opening part of the swan neck part of the spanner once you've loosened them off, but obviously it gives you a bit more straight on it and you don't round the head off.
I'm not 100% sure what we're going to find here, because obviously the main part of the gear selector is here. I don't know what's holding it in.
One more bolt over here.
Go ahead. Use the gun now, it's fine.
Right, and you just said you don't know what you're going to find when we take this apart. And nor will you guys until you come back to the next episode, guys. We've got the output shafts off, you know, kicked our drive shaft. We've got all the bolts out. And on the next episode, we'll get back to it and we'll rip this end casing off. See you soon on the next episode. We're off to do some research. Oh yeah. Quick reminder, hit that subscribe button, the like button, and then the bell button, so you get alerts when we release new episodes, and follow us on social media too for extra stuff and more alerts about videos we're releasing, which at the moment is every Sunday and the odd Wednesday too. Bye for now.